Apex Trader Funding is a futures prop firm that has paid out over $700 million to traders worldwide. With heavily discounted challenges costing as little as $18, Apex makes getting funded accessible to anyone who has the trading ability. While previously the firm suffered from subjective rule interpretations, its all-new update has introduced transparent, fixed rules and added the much-requested end-of-day drawdown as an option. In this Apex funding review, I'll explain the steps to get funded with Apex from start to finish, with all the key rules you need to know. We'll also compare the account drawdown types and vendor options, so you can choose the right Apex challenge for your trading. To get the best discount available at Apex, use discount code TBJ for up to 85% off. Apex now offers two account types, End-of-Day Trail and Intraday Trail. They're mostly similar, apart from the way maximum drawdown trails. Let's first look at the End-of-Day Trail program. It is the slightly more expensive of the two, but is still extremely cheap, costing from $27 to $60 for the evaluation. This evaluation has a single 6% profit target. Maximum drawdown is based on account size. 25k and 50k accounts have 4% maximum drawdown, 100k accounts have 3%, and 150k accounts have 2.67%. This means as you go up account sizes, the challenge gets harder to pass. This maximum drawdown trails up with new balance highs at the end of the day. For example, on a 50k account, the drawdown is 2k, meaning the maximum drawdown limit will start at 48k. If equity goes below this limit, the account is breached. The key benefit of end-of-day drawdown is that during the trading day, you can make floating profits and even close profitable trades, and your drawdown will not move for the time being. It's only once you are up at the end of the day, for example if balance is at 51k after the trading session, the drawdown limit will trail up to 49k. However, once the trailing drawdown moves up, it will not move back down again. On the evaluation, it will continuously trail at the end of the day until the stage is passed. On the funded performance accounts, drawdown trails up until it reaches the original account balance plus $100, where it will lock in place. For example, a 50k performance account would lock in the maximum drawdown once it reaches $50,100. End-of-day accounts have daily drawdown limits in both the evaluation and the funded account that are half the size of maximum drawdown. However, daily drawdown is only a soft breach, meaning if you reach it, trades are closed and you can't trade for the rest of the day, but you will not lose your account. There are no consistency rules during the evaluation, so you can pass in a single day if you'd like. However, the maximum time limit is 30 days. If you fail to pass the challenge within this time limit, the evaluation is closed, and you will have to buy a new one and start from the beginning. Once you pass the end-of-day challenge, you'll have up to 7 days to pay the $99 activation fee to receive the funded account. At this stage, you'll be able to withdraw profits that are above the account buffer. This buffer is the size of maximum drawdown plus $100. Profits that are part of this buffer can't be withdrawn, so this acts like a second stage of the evaluation, even though you're on the funded account. That's why Apex has such high difficulty scores. But because its prices are so low, it still delivers good value for money. To be eligible for a payout on an Apex funded account, you must reach the minimum balance to request, have 5 minimum trading days, and pass the 50% consistency rule. Because the minimum payout is $500, the minimum balance to request a payout is the account size, plus account buffer, plus $500. To qualify as a minimum trading day, you must have made the minimum daily profit. For example, a 50k account would require 5 days with at least 250 profit to satisfy the minimum day rule. The 50% consistency rule states that no single profitable trading day may account for 50% or more of the total profit earned since your last approved payout. If this is not the case, you must keep trading until the consistency rule is satisfied to be eligible for payout. Apex funded accounts pay out 100% of the requested profit. Each funded account can pay out a maximum of 6 payouts, with the max payout limit increasing with number of payouts. Once you are paid the 6th payout, your account is closed and you can take another evaluation to become funded again. While having 6 max payouts is a disadvantage, the probability of reaching 6 payouts is so low that this restriction won't impact most traders. But for traders that achieve all 6 full payouts, the total earnings can be more than 100 times the cost of getting funded, representing huge earning potential. But you have to put this into perspective of the extremely difficult evaluation. Even experienced traders will likely fail at least some accounts because of the strict drawdown. That's why end-of-day drawdown is a huge improvement to Apex, because it eases the difficulty of its biggest obstacle. And while this does come with a slightly higher price, I think it's definitely the better option. But after choosing account type, you also need to choose account size. But because you can have up to 20 funded accounts at once, choosing account size is less about the amount you want to spend, and more about your preferred account parameters. If we look purely at value score, it's clear that 25k is uncompetitive, and that 150k comes out on top. But the 50k and 100k aren't far behind. That's why I'd recommend the 50k or the 150k. The 50k is the easiest challenge to pass, with a drawdown to profit target ratio of 1 to 1.5. So this is the best choice if you want to maximise your chances of getting a payout. Meanwhile, the 150k is the hardest challenge to pass, but overall provides the best value for money. So this is a good option if you're extremely confident in your trading ability. But with a 1 to 2.25 drawdown to profit target ratio, be prepared to fail a few times before getting funded. Now, let's look at the Intraday Trail challenge. It has the same profit target and drawdown size as the end of day challenge, but doesn't have daily drawdown during the evaluation. Intraday trailing drawdown trails with equity highs, so unrealized gains from trades and profits that have not been closed yet cause the drawdown limit to move up. Like the end of day drawdown, on funded accounts, the intraday max drawdown will lock in place once it reaches the account balance plus $100. Intraday trailing drawdown is an extremely restrictive rule. While this is compensated by cheaper prices, most traders would still be better off choosing the Apex end of day account. The intraday funded account has the same safety net and minimum balance to request requirements. However, on some accounts, the max payout limits are slightly higher. Apex Trader Funding offers Rhythmic, Tradeovate, and Wealth Charts as trading platforms. Rhythmic and Tradeovate offer NinjaTrader. Tradeovate also offers trading through TradingView. Account commissions depend on the instrument type and the chosen platform. Apex has maximum position sizes of 2 to 12 contracts, depending on account stage and size. This limit applies across all instruments and all open positions combined. If an order exceeds your maximum allowable exposure, it will be automatically rejected and will not count as a rule violation. On the evaluation, the contract limits are fixed, but on the funded account, contract limits and the daily loss limits scale with account profit. For example, on the 50k account, you start with 2 max contracts and a 1k daily loss limit. Once you reach 1.5k profit, you reach level 2, and your max contracts increases to 3. Once you reach 3k profit, your max contracts increase to 4, and the daily loss limit increases to 2k. If your profit drops below the threshold, your max contracts and daily loss limit will be downgraded. On Apex, holding trades overnight is not allowed. All trades and orders should be cancelled by 4:59 Eastern Time. With Apex, trading during news is allowed for your normal trading strategy. Using news trading strategies that chase the market or place orders on both sides to gamble on the outcome of news is not allowed. In particular, only directional trading is allowed. Holding both long and short positions simultaneously on the same or correlated instruments is strictly prohibited. You can view the full list of prohibited strategies on Apex's website, but these essentially cover strategies and tricks that are intended to abuse the simulated prop trading environment. As long as you're trading properly, these restrictions shouldn't affect you. In total, Apex has paid out over $718 million to traders since 2022. In the last 90 days, it paid out over $85 million. That's nearly $1 million per day. With a maximum allocation of 20 funded accounts and low prices, Apex Trader Funding offers excellent value for money and earning potential for profitable traders. However, the trailing drawdown and required profitable days for payout mean beginner traders will struggle to earn from this prop firm. Overall, I'd say that end-of-day trail accounts are the most trader-friendly option, and if I had to choose an account size, I'd recommend 50k, given it's the easiest challenge to pass. Thanks for watching. What do you think of Apex? If you enjoyed, a like and subscribe will be greatly appreciated, and comment below what firm I should cover next.